Let's see. Are we live? Oh yeah, I think we are. So now for a more chiller video after the spare rolls is I think it'd be funny to do a super late guide for Tobi in an event, because Tobi doesn't he struggles in FGO, and a late guide is better than a never coming guide. He's the type of person who doesn't like guides, so he probably won't watch this. I think it'll be more funny if he doesn't watch this, so hopefully he does it and some other people will watch. So without further ado, hopefully this will be a short stream. We'll get to a challenge quest after doing the guide. So as always, with most events, not all, there's currencies. In this event case, there's a bronze currency that most people like to call it, which is the coins, which will get dropped by using 3-star Cs. And there's the silver currency, which is, I think that's golden. What is that? Well, I think that's gold or something. Give me a second. Gold dust. Yeah, there we go. There's gold dust, which is dropped by the 4-star C, which you can only get from the gacha. And then there's koban gold, Japanese gold, I think, which you can get from the 5-star C, which is gacha only. So we'll talk about the efficient way, the non-Tobi way, the Vince Club free-to-play special way, grinding events. I guess we'll tap into the Tobi way as well. So usually for an event, you want to grind the starting currency first, which is the bronze currency, because you can get the 3-star CE and work your way up. As you can see, you can exchange the bronze currency for the silver, then gold. But you can't do it downwards, not since the first Halloween event, I believe, which is kind of a shame, but oh well. But this does not mean you should always grind the bronze currency and work your way up, because as you can see, it works like millimeters to centimeters to meters. If you can grind meters, you may as well grind meters, because you won't grind 100 millimeters just for a meter. So it'll be a more efficient way to just grind that higher currency than grind bronze, even though you have like a gajillion Cs for them. A Tobi way, you will have the 4-star and 5-star C from the gacha, so you wouldn't care and you'll just slap them on as you just grind them upwards. But for a normal person, you'll grind just the bronze C with the 3-star C. But yeah, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing that us free-to-players can do in this situation, because there is the... Well, not every event has a point event, but I'm just showing you the C here. We are not completely shafted as a free-to-players. For example, if there's a point C, like in this event, we slap point C's instead, the 5-star. Oh wait, I don't have it because I already bought them. So the point C is this. If it loads, it's a 5. There usually is a 5-star C we can grind for the event, and in this case, it's the Cha-Cha C, which you probably won't see because the game crashed again. But hopefully, since recently, there's a game update where they will update the engine, so hopefully the game won't crash anymore when I'm streaming. Oh well, it actually did crash. But you see, I have improved this time. I have. Let's see. What was it again? 1. We try. Oh wait, I can talk about this. Wait a minute. You see, I am super clever, and I have. Oh wow, it fixed itself. Even better. So for this event, there's the Fortress of the Sun, which gives you points. So you want to use the points, see? Because every quest drops points. If you don't have like the 4 or 5 star Cs, you know, like the usual 4 and 5 star Cs that Tobi players have. But that's free to players. We have them, so we have 3 star Cs, and we will use the 5 star C. If there's no points Cs, we'll use like spawn Cs, because that's how the free to play way go. So usually in shops, this is what I recommend. Monuments is a no-go, because you always get a lot of monuments. I want to say with confidence, if you're an FGO player and you start off as one, you'll have more monuments than you can use. As you can see here, I have a few hundreds. So in most events, I want to say the most important thing, the number one thing you should grind and get is lore. If there's no lore, or if you already got it, then a gold foe, and then materials. I usually work my way. Yeah. You get to work your way up, get all the materials. Even if you don't want even if you have a lot of one, you should still clear the shop, in my opinion. Because recently I got like 1,000 chains, but then I did my rolls, and now I'm down to like 700, 800. So some people need a ridiculous amount of materials, and I don't think you can ever get excess materials. So this part, the foes and experience, I think you should always get the foes, because foes can easily run out. Even though you can get them from the friend point gacha, still, I think getting foes are useful. If you're the experience is like whatever, because you can get them in Lotto and normally it's not that important, and you can do the experience in the Chaldia missions, which always drops them. If you're a Tobi, don't do a Tobi. You don't clear the shop at all, which is sucky. I guess in a way, yeah, if there's a welfare servant, which some events have, you get the lore, get the gold foes, and then you complete the welfare. If you're in a rush and you want to do a Tobi and don't want to clear the shop, you just get the welfare servant. Not everyone's a Tobi, but you have to recognize, as much as you want to deny a Tobi existence, they do exist. So you wanna acknowledge their existence and still do what they want. And as you can tell there, there's lore and stuff. Since this is an event, you can take it easy. I suggest to make time for yourself. If you're like a normal working person, you wanna just use natural APs to the last 3 days or something, and then use apples to finish the event. If you're a working person and it's on a weekday, and a weekend you can maybe wait for the last 1 days, etc. Pace yourself out. Don't just use all your apples, say day 1, day 2, complete the event like a Tobi, then complain about FGO's a dead game, there's no one There's nothing to do. The game's dead, etc., etc., etc. Because I think that's how you should play the game. There's no right way to, but that's how I would suggest you to do it. Pace yourself so you don't get overwhelmed. I think the game broke, so I could talk about other stuff. So I guess I'll talk about the support list. So there are ideal supports you should put on the event to help your friends. That's always nice. Don't have like friends support list that's never updated for like a year, like a Tobi. I think he still has like last time he updated was like last summer or something. But if you're too lazy to update like he is, put on your best Cs. Don't put on like last year's summer Cs, because that's quite a mockery, Put like your best natural Cs, like Kaleidoscope, 2030s. That normally a Tobi player would have an excess Cs of, or like Sumo if you're free to play. The Jolter Christmas one, the usual like strong Cs that most free to players have, like NP ones that gives you like 50%, imaginary elements 60%. The support list, there's an ideal support list here. This event has rounds. We already passed the rounds, so I've skipped the free one. Like if it's the first round, you want to go through this support list, ideal support list. Like put the C's on these classes, and then when it got to the epilogue, we're at the epilogue now. So if you guys have any of these C's, put them on whoever you think that's useful. Help a friend out if they don't have whale friends. Not everyone do, like Adobe. I think that's it for the. So, if you have doubts about the best Class 2 CEs in this sheet, it's actually very well thought of. It's thought of like what stage people use for the best that need to grind and stuff like that. Like the hardest stage, you want to bring a Lancer Servant, and they drops, so you want to bring those Cs and Servant, etc., etc. So this list I can confirm is pretty accurate. I didn't make it, but credit to whoever make it, Starlight Reverie. So we did this. Delete the image. I deleted the wrong image. Image. What's next? These are the useful ones. Super useful. These gives you an overview of the event. Let me make it smaller. But before that, have managed to connect again. So we go back to our game. So in this event, there's two. There's the Shinzugumi and the Nobunaga faction. You grind the red if you want the red points go up, and you grind the blue if you want the blue points go up. You want to grab both of them, which also gives you the most points. You grind the bottom purple one. Simple enough. The harder the difficulty, the better the drops. The last three is what you want to grind for the currency. The third to the bottom one, bronze. The second to the bottom one, silver. Last one's gold, etc., etc., etc. The harder it is, the better the drops. So you always only grind the 40 AP ones. Now for the challenge quest. So a challenge quest is what most events have. That is a hard battle that you get after finishing the event. And Solomon, I believe, for most of them. So I have debated what should be used in this challenge quest for a while. So I'm thinking of going full Tobi for this challenge quest and just use high rarity servants, or as much as I can put on. Yeah, the usual Tobi way. But the question is, who should I use? Do I even have... I have all the Bibus. So I don't think there's any viewers, but if there was a viewer, I can get your suggestion on who to use. Since there's no viewers. Oh wait, Hokusai. There we go. We have our answer. Hijikata's a berserker. Hokusai is a foreigner. Foreigners good at fighting berserkers. This is the way to go. Put some wolves and Mibus. Should I bring in Merlin? I hate to use this because this is the Tobi way, which is one of his favorite things to say is if it's not a 5 or 4 star, it's not a servant. Which I disagree with because there's still many useful servants out there. That's not a 5 or 4 star. There's some really good 3 stars, 2 stars and 1 stars. You know, use what you can. While the game's loading, I'll explain this chart. So this is a useful chart, an overview of every event. Well, of this event. I didn't make it again, so credit to whoever made it. Wait, who made it? Give me a second. Put it here. Put it here. Nani? No. Better? Leonidas in the corner there. Yeah, this is an overview. What gets dropped, battle 1, 2, 3, the stages, the epilogue, what drops are there for the best nodes. There's the bonus. Yeah, so every event there's bonus servants, which gives more... Oh, okay, it's loaded. Just when I finished enlarging and explaining this. Alright, back to this. So, what servant should I bring? Gregorius. Leonidas. Who else has taught? Do I have a... I do. Tobi thing. Alright, this will do. The game's probably gonna load. So back to this list. So every event will have these bonus servants. I believe nowadays it's mostly damage or bond, which is not that important. Still important, but not as important as in the past, which bonus servant gave extra jobs, which I preferred that way because it actually forces you to use them. But with damage and bond, you can still use other servants because those you get generally as the game. You play more of the game anyways. But use the bonus damage ones as well because the damage bonus is pretty significant. But that does not mean you should bring like an archer for a lancer fight because even though the damage is significant, it's still not that strong enough that you should bring for class disadvantages. Okay, back to here. Pace myself. I think that's good. Mystic code. Mystic code. I don't mean this one. This one has a shitty Spiritomb boost. I'll bring the normal Chaldean one. Alright, time to do the challenge quest. Oh, perfect. An MLB? Merlin? Wait. This will be better. Do it this way. So it's not. I even got the perfect cost. So this team is perfect. Alright, let's hope nothing bad happens in this challenge quest. So this is a rerun, I know what to expect ish. I did the first one. I think I want to say reruns usually are shorter. I think it's harder to get drops for the rerun because I haven't gotten much drops. Got like one. It's probably stuck in the eternal loading screen, so I'll pull this up again. Let's talk about the damage. The events are on the right hand side. Event C's, the drop ones. Talked about that. So yeah, the 3-star C, free to players can get. So you want to save all your friend points and binge it at that time. Yeah, you get the MP. If you want an MP5, your welfare. Get the Ascension materials, yada yada, and being so over here on the left, it gives you an overview of what you could get. Oh, it's up. Look at that beautiful damage. Oh, no Hokusai card. That could be problematic. But we'll work with what we got. Oh wow. We're doing so much damage because we have so much Meibus on our support. This should break his bar. I believe. Yep. At this way we might be able to kill him with IMP. Glorious. But don't worry, Glorious' mission is to die. I'm really mad this is a mission to not. This challenge quest is not as hard as Tobi says it is. But then again, I am super prepared. Oh wait, it starts one more bar. I guess this is not Iwarida for Ijikada. So I assume this will break Ijikada. Oh. No? Impressive. I survived the NP. I have underestimated. Oh. Dion! Naruhodo. How about this?
いじった方がいいんじゃないか。
トーンときたよ。
そうだ
そうだ。
そうだ。
うるせえ。おれ。
Hopefully, this will finish him off.
トト様、またカゴを変えやがった。合点承知の助さん。合点承知の助さん。
Oh, I didn't realize it didn't get 100%, but luckily, Focus had an entry.
行きなさい。何事もやればできるさ。
トトさん、トーンしたり。オンそじりしたそうか。オン中尻へ導ベース。9月36件。神奈川沖。波浦すさみ。あらよ。敵艦行動。この変地決め。
That's the challenge quest. Not as hard as Tobi hyped up it to be,
ご苦労様。
but still very fun. One of the more funner ones, not as frustrating. Just a nice one to do. So, I guess I'll explain this and then end the stream. So yeah, in the top left it tells you what this event has overall if you do everything. Usually they give you a 3-star C, like there, Grail if it's your first time, or Lore if you're second, Welfare, Apples, Tickets. Then the shop, it tells you what you can get. Usually skip the monuments, get the skill gems, because you kinda always need skill gems. The ladder, the point ladder, what you can get, and that's about it. And here it's a good place to finish off the stream, I think. I explained everything. If you have any questions, comment down below.